Good morning, all you beautiful people. It's Thursday. This may be the last video I'm going to post for at least a couple weeks. I might get a short in there, but full-on video, this is probably the last one for a week or two. A lot of you don't watch the videos anyways. Hopefully I can get more followers, more subscribers. How are you all doing this morning? You feeling alive? It was a struggle getting up this morning. I had a really long day yesterday. Not looking for sympathy here, but something a lot of people don't know, that my mother has had cancer for 4 years now, and the last 3 or 4 months has been like extra hard. She had surgery, so she's down and really can't do much for herself. So I have to bathe her and feed her, and it's a lot. I mean, I was doing stuff before, like I was helping the nurses. We have nurses that come in. We're not rich. Don't think that that's money. That's covered by our insurance, which is Medicaid, I think. But they come out 3 times a week, change the dressings and stuff, and I used to change them the other 4 days a week. And then the surgery happened, and they've got like this sponge thing on her back that takes all of the liquids out, and the nurses come out 3 times a week to change that out, and I just have to change the tank those 4 days, which doesn't take that long, but between let's go back to the water for a second. Between everything I'm doing, it's been rough. So, trying to get through it. So pretty. We're not going to walk that path today. We're going to go up to the park. So there's that path as well. Sorry guys, my allergies are killing me. I walked by a house and they had all this, I'm assuming it was the leaves or the seeds from their tree, but they were flat on the ground. It looked like dirt. But when I walked under it, oh my gosh, my allergies were like whap. So of course I'm having an allergy attack. My nose is doing its thing and my throat feels all like puffy. Anyways, it's just, you know, life, I guess, you know. So yeah, yesterday took everything I could out of me. Was running around trying to get everything in the house cleaned up and taken care of. We have friends and family coming to help us with our home while we're gone, and nurses coming in and out while we're gone as well. And gotta make sure people are there for my mom, and she's a little over a month post-op. She's up doing things a little bit more, moving, getting up, walking on her own, getting dressed on her own, a little easier. So we're hoping she'll be okay, and then with the help, of course, of friends and family, I think she'll be fine. So that's where we're at. And yeah, we're really blessed to have good friends and family to be there to take care of her and our home. We've got 5 cats, 2 dogs, and a spider. But the spider, I can feed her crickets and fill her water bowl before we leave, and she'll be fine when we get back. So, with dogs, they can't just let themselves out. So, but our family definitely needs to get away. We're all kind of exhausted, and this year's been rough for us. So, all of us have kind of had it. Anyways, enough of the sad talk. I guess I wanted to get real this morning. Not that I'm not always kind of real, but I'm definitely one of those people that tries to think positive, very optimistic. I guess I can be kind of obnoxious sometimes because I push that positivity on people, and my mouth rumbles and rambles, whatever. And I have ADHD and OCD. I also have PTSD. So it's kind of a lethal combo. I kind of tend to squirrel a lot. Yeah. Again, enough of my problems. How are you guys? How's life for you? Are you out there trying to keep your head above the water? Because boy, I think there's a lot of us out there. I just want y'all to know you're not alone. We all have our struggles. You know, life. I go out and I do things, and I know the media and influencers and such, the media makes it seem like the world's going to end any day. We're always at war with someone or something, instead of just being, which I just wish we could be. We're all humans. I don't know why we have to label ourselves or go out there and cast judgments. I just want to send love out there to every single one of you. I don't care who you are. You're beautiful. And I don't know. I feel like this is like a TED Talk or something, like, I don't know. But know that behind the cameras, behind everything, people still have lives. People don't always have it easy. We just don't. A lot of us don't talk about it. We push through. We just live our lives, you know. It's easier that way. For me, I just try to think the positive. Like, grateful that my mom's still here. She went through chemo, radiation, and chemo again. And that was in the first 3 years. And now she's had the surgery. She still has cancer. She's not free of it. But they said that it seems to be just sitting there. It's not growing. So every day that we've had her, on top of this, we've just been thankful, grateful. And things in my house break down. We're packing up, getting ready to go. And yesterday, I have a water softener because our water's really hard where we live, and I couldn't figure out where this water was coming from, and it wasn't like a lot. And I look at our water tank, our water softener tank, and there's this little fine mist coming out of the top. I swear, every time that we start to relax, I think, okay, we're over this next hump. Something happens. I I told myself I had to get out and do a walk today. I have a lot going on. Plumbers are coming early this morning to come help us with our catastrophe. We're very blessed again to have a friend that is a plumber and has a company, and we're able to reach out to them and they can give us guesstimations like how much it's going to cost and stuff so we can be more prepared. But it's beautiful outside. I don't know if you guys can see how gorgeous where I'm at. Like all the grass. I'm gonna like run out there. It looks like they came out and mowed it yesterday. It's all freshly mowed, flat. I don't know, it's beautiful. Usually when I come out this early to the park, there's people with dogs, but it's the kids' last day of school today, I believe, and I know my kid is, and it's also my husband's last day of work. So it's like it's Friday. So we're preparing to take our vacay. We're going to go with some friends and do a little bebopping around a couple states. We like to, our goals are to kind of travel the U.S. We really like traveling, but I don't know, I'm one of those, you can call me a hippie if you want. I don't know if it's a hippie thing, but I think about my carbon footprint. Do you? I don't know. It's something that my hippie parents definitely instilled in me to be aware of. And when I was younger, I wanted to go to New Zealand so bad. I did a report on it in school and fell in love with it. And so yeah, for a really long time now, I've wanted to go, but I don't know. I don't think it makes any sense to ever go because I've heard of the damages there and the limitations on things there, and it's just not what it used to be. So I'm gonna try to walk a little slower and see if we can catch this sunrise. There's people walking toward me, so let's see if we can catch that. Okay, we're almost past the hill. Let's see if I can turn. We're going to kind of come up on this. I don't know, it'll probably look better when I come back around and I'll try to get another video, but the sun is just barely peeking. Yeah, we'll come back and around. It's so beautiful. And there are a few people down here more in the desolate area of the park. You can kind of see that it's big. So we got a jogger coming up behind us, so we're gonna kind of go this way with the phone so they don't have to be a part of my vid. But we're gonna go all the way around. Thank you if you're still here. I know this is kind of a strange video. I guess today I just felt like I needed to be real with y'all and not just do the hey everybody happy because I feel like sometimes real is necessary. Bugs. They're everywhere. Not so many mosquitoes today, but like it looks like they're gnats or little flies. Sorry, that was my hair in my mouth. As you can see, I've got all these like flyaways. I don't remember how long ago, a couple months ago maybe, I had done a treatment on my hair and it just broke a bunch. So all my front is just busted up. So, I don't know what to say, guys. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I mean, comment below. Life's not easy, you know? Everyone really does have their ups and downs in life. And I know some of us definitely feel like we have more downs than ups. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not any of those things. I just want y'all to know that there are others out there and that you're not alone. And the one thing I've learned in just over the last, like 20 years, you know, my life's never been that easy. It's never been easy. I've had a lot more downs than ups. But then somehow I've always kept, I don't know, this positive frame of mind. And, you know, I know way more pessimists than I do optimists. If you're an optimist, I mean, comment below. Hey, optimists. If you're a pessimist, comment below. Hi, pessimists. I mean, we're all out there, right? That's what makes us special. We're all very different. We're all built different. We all handle things different. And I just happen to be one of those people that takes whatever crap I'm going through and I try to learn from it and build from it. And I can't let myself go down. I've been there once before. It's been a while. But I remember being sad. I remember what it felt like to feel confused and conflicted and broken. I was 350 pounds. I had gone through a marriage and was at the end of another relationship. And I had just lost my job, which kind of made me feel like I had lost my independence and everything else. Very depressed. And I remember I had hurt my hip on top of it at the time. And I didn't get out of bed very often. I would get out of bed just long enough to go and maybe sit and play a video game. And I didn't really exercise, and I had to quit smoking. I was a cigarette smoker because that's what I did. It was, you know, and I had to quit because I couldn't afford the habit. So I started to gain weight, and before I knew it, I was 350 pounds. I went from like 180 to 350, and the more weight I gained, the worse I felt, and I started to hate myself. I would pinch my fat and tell it how ugly it was. It was horrible. It wasn't easy. Yeah, it affected my self-esteem, my self-worth. Not being able to get a job right away, not being able to find work, that affected me. So it took a while for me to pick things up and try to get back to it, you know. And in 2017 was when I really had pushed my body. I started doing kickboxing. I've always done yoga, but you can do yoga and be flexible and still gain a lot of weight. It does help your flexibility, sometimes your balance. I know a lot of people that do yoga and still have really terrible balance, but it does actually help. And it does build muscle a little bit depending on the type of yoga you're doing. So, oh my gosh, the joggers are back. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them do their thing. I was gonna cut down the halfway, but we're not halfway there yet. But yeah, I was really depressed, and it took me a while to kind of get through it. So you gotta take your time. Like, you got to give yourself time. And it's hard. But if you get in that state of mind, or you have a friend or family member that can maybe help you get into that frame of mind, it helps. Having support is amazing. And a lot of us just aren't lucky enough to have like family and friends that are there. You know, I've been there. I didn't have a whole lot of places to reach out to when I was going through my stuff. I had to kind of rely on myself. So that was kind of what happened. Good morning. And don't get me wrong, I had friends and family, and I'm sure they would have loved to have supported me in any way they could. But most of the time, people don't know what you're going through. They really fully can't understand. Like, no one can jump into somebody else's brain or body and feel their nerves, the tension, the sadness, the anguish, or whatever you've got going on in your head. The self-hate, whatever, or just this plain sadness. So, you know, and I think therapy is good for people. I think going and talking to a therapist helps. A lot of people find it demeaning. I don't know why. I don't understand that. Because you're doing something for you that's good. And it's so important to heal ourselves, and what's up here affects all of it. And if you tell yourself negative things, it's going to affect your body. It's going to be negative. So you got to fuel your body with every bit of positivity. Anything you can scrape together. Sweep it out from underneath the couch. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you can do to make yourself happy. Anyways, I don't know what else to say, guys. It's been a long video. I might, like I said, get a couple shorts out there so I can post a couple over the next week or so, just so something's being put out there. But other than that, I think that's it for at least the next couple weeks. I love you. You can do it. I absolutely believe in you. I want you to feel my energy. I'm pushing it. It's gorgeous. Life is beautiful. It can be hard. It can be scary. But once you start getting out there and you start living it, it becomes a habit. And it gets easier. It really does. And I grant you, it took me years. It took me the first, I'd say from 2017 to, well, we all know how 2020 went. COVID was a lot of fun, and where I lived, we had earthquakes during it. A raccoon fell in our water well, so our water was turned off during it. It took me a minute. I'd say the latter part of 2020, 2021 was when I started to realize I needed to be more positive. So I'm sending it back out at you. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And again, if you haven't done it already, like and subscribe. Stay true to you. I believe in you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.